Hey folks, welcome back to another video of the Flutter Development course brought to you by Newton School. For those of you who are wondering who I am, so my name is Harsh Kumar Khatri and I'll be your instructor for this course. I am currently working as an intern at Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and I have been an ex-Flutter developer intern at AppScript, where my primary goal was to develop Flutter application based on the need totally from scratch. I am also an instructor on Udemy and Nutanix, where my Flutter development courses have more than 10,000 plus enrollments. Now you must be wondering what Newton School is. So basically Newton School is a platform which allows you to learn and develop the skills that you need for your best tech career. There are courses specifically designed for freshers, working professionals and for women with no prior experience in tech. Newton School first trains you for 6 months and helps you become a full stack developer. It also has a network of more than 300 great companies who hire directly from Newton School. So once your training is complete, Newton School also ensures that you are placed with one of the best companies in the country. They are also having a pay after placement program where you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until you get placed with a minimum CTC of 5 lakh rupees per annum. They also have one more amazing initiative which is known as Launchpad. In that Launchpad you are provided with some of the courses for free of cost, and there is also an editor present on the website on which you can practice and work on those courses and get a certificate of completion as well. So make sure to check out Newton School and Launchpad through the link given in the description. So for this video I'll be covering about another beautiful UI which we'll be developing totally from scratch. So in the previous video I've already explained you how you can develop one beautiful UI totally from scratch. So if you haven't checked that out, then make sure to check that out as well. In this video we'll be working on developing another UI from scratch. So let me show you what UI we are going to develop. So this is the UI which we are going to develop totally from scratch. So you can see that this UI has an drawer on the top left, then it is displaying the name of the UI. Next it is having a search bar, and after it is having a list view builder which is like having the axis as horizontal. The items will be scrolling in the horizontal format, and at last it is displaying us with another widget which will be displaying a scenery or some kind of graffiti thing. So we'll be developing this UI totally from scratch. So let me switch the windows and open my code editor over here. So here you can see that I have switched my screen and opened the app which we have created in the previous video. So we have worked on creating this app or the UI for this app. So now let us start with the UI for today's video. So I'll start by removing the code which we won't be needing for this video. And we also don't need this background color total things inside this scaffold. So selecting all of these at once. And here it is, deleting all of these. So now let's start with the today's video or the code for the today's video. So the first thing inside the scaffold which we need is a drawer. So you must have not worked with the drawer yet. So what drawer is? It provides you with the three lines or the three icons which you must have seen in the previous video. We have added an icon for a menu on the top left. So that is the drawer. It will be providing you with that option. Let me save it and see the things come in working. So you can see that currently the screen is of white color only, so it is not displaying. Let us add some more things. So inside the scaffold, the next thing which I'll be adding is an app bar. So app bar, this app bar will be having an icon themes. So icon themes will be having icon data, icon theme data I suppose. Yeah, icon theme data, and this will be having the color set to colors dot black. Next thing, we'll be having a background color for this, so it will be equal to colors dot white with an elevation of 0. Yeah, with the elevation of 0. I'm adding it inside the scaffold. Let me add it inside the app bar only. Elevation equals to 0, and this background color also need to go inside the elevation the app bar part. So you can see that the menu icon has appeared over here, and when I'm clicking on this menu icon, it is opening a drawer for me. We can add different options to this drawer, but I won't be adding it for now because we don't need that part inside the UI. Let's start with the body part of the UI. So the body will be having column as its first widget, and this column will be having multiple childrens, the first one being a container with the height of 230. After it, inside the container we will be having decoration, taking box decoration, and this box decoration will be having border radius with the border radius of border radius dot only, and inside this only we can pass bottom left, bottom right, and top right. I'll be assigning it for bottom left and bottom right only. So bottom left with the value of radius dot circular, and inside this circular passing the value of 18, saving it. Next, adding the similar thing for bottom right as well, radius dot circular with the value of 18. Now after this, adding a color inside the box decoration with the color of colors dot white 70. So 70 is the variation of the color, and adding a child to this container, which will be again of a type column, and this column will be having children, the first one being a sized box with the height of 30. The next children which it will be having is a container. It needs to be with the alignment of alignment dot top left. So it will be aligning each of the childrens which are present inside this container on the top left. And next, adding a child for this container. The child will be of a type text, which will be saying find yours, and adding some styles to this text. Style, which will be taking text style, and the font size inside this will be equals to 30, and font weight inside this will be equal to font weight dot 300. So font weight dot w 300. And yeah, after this text, let's add some other text as well. So before that, adding a sized box again after this container. So sized box with the height of 30 as we have added above, and adding another container with the same alignment. So alignment will be alignment dot top left, and the child will be again a text. So this time it will be saying inspiration, and adding some styles to it. So text style, this will be having the font weight set to font size set to 30. I guess 40 would be fine for this, and font weight set to bold. So font weight dot bold. Let's save it. So you can see that the find your inspiration has appeared on the screen. Let me make this I as capital. Now adding another widget after this container. So it will be of a type sized box again, and it will be taking a height of 30. And after this, adding a container with the width of double dot infinity. And height of 50. Adding decoration of box decoration with border radius as border radius dot circular with the value of 18. So border radius dot circular with the value of 18. And after this, adding a color. Let me save it once. Inside this, where it is, yeah, after this, adding a color of colors dot gray with the value of 100. After this, adding a child to this container. So child will be of type row, and this row will be having multiple children inside it, the first one being a padding So this will be having the padding inside it, and this padding takes an edge insets dot all, so it will be providing padding of value 10 from all the sides, and adding one more comma over here. Now adding another child, now adding a child to this padding, so it will be taking an icon of icons dot search. Now adding another child to this row, so it will again be a padding, taking a padding with edge insets dot all with the value of 10. So I have made a typo over here, let me fix it. And this padding will be having a child of text, so child text, which will be saying search you're looking for. Adding some style to this text, so it will be taking text style again with the color of color dot gray, colors dot gray with the variation of 600 here. 600 need to go inside this, so saving it again. So you can see that the search bar has also appeared here. Now let's add another widget to the top column which we had. So let me close this row first, as we have added a widget to this row, and closing this container as well. Next, closing this column, as we have added the children's inside this column. Now we need to add the children's inside the topmost column which we had over here. So after this container is ending, let me add another widget of type sized box with the height of 15. And after this, adding another widget of type container, having the padding as edge insets dot all, edge insets dot only. So let's remove this, make this ES capital, and only will be having left as 5, so it will be having a padding of 5 from left side. Next, adding some alignment to this container. So this padding and the alignment will be applied to the child which is present inside this container. So alignment dot top left, so that it is lying towards the top left side. And the child for this will be of a type text, which will be displaying promo today, and adding some styles to this text. So it will be having a font size as 15 and font weight as fontweight.w 500. Saving it again. So you can see that promo today has also appeared. Now adding another widget after this container of type sized box of height 150, and then we'll be adding I suppose 190 would be fine, and then we'll be adding the children's inside this sized box. So it also takes a child, adding a child as padding. Padding takes a edge inset, so edge insets dot from LTRB, which means from left, top, right and bottom. So left value will be 10, top value will be 5, right value will be 10, and the bottom value will be again 5. Deleting these 2 commas are there. Now adding a child to this padding, so it will be having a child with list view builder, list view dot builder. So dot builder, it takes an item builder. So item builder takes a context and an index. So context and index, and then it will be returning something, the widget which we want to display. So that will be of a type card. We'll be adding multiple things to this card later on, but let's add some more properties to this list view dot builder before adding or completing this card widget. So the first property which I'll be adding is a physics. So the physics will be equal to clamping physics, clamping scroll physics, cramping scroll physics for altering or creating a scroll physics that prevents scroll offset from exceeding the bounds on the content. So if we are scrolling the items for this list view dot builder, then it will be controlling the scrolling for that and won't be allowing the items to exceed the bounds of the content. Next property which I want to add is shrink wrap. So what shrink wrap does is, when we are having a list view builder, so it will be occupying all of the space which is available, but what shrink wrap does is it will be making the list view dot builder occupy only those that much space which it needs for the items to be displayed. So for example, if you are having only 2 items inside a list view builder, then it will be taking the space for those 2 items rather than occupying all of the available space. Next thing which I'll be adding inside this is a scroll direction. So generally the default scroll direction is vertical, but in our case I'm adding it as horizontal because it is the need for the UI. Next is an item count, so how many items you want to display inside this list view. And next is the item builder, so we have already added the item builder over here, and inside it we'll be passing or we'll be displaying the card. So let's complete this card. This card will be having the first thing as color, so the color will be equal to colors dot gray with the variation of 50. Next this card will be having an elevation, so elevation set to 0 because it makes the card looks flat enough. And then it will be having a child which takes a container having the width as media query, so width media query dot of context dot size dot width, which will be occupying all of the space for the width, but we want this to occupy the space of 2.5 size only, like 2.5 part of the available width. So adding this slash 2.5 and then adding a color to this container. So color will be equal to colors dot transparent, so we don't want this container to have any color, that's why adding a transparent, and then adding a child of type column. And this column so I'm making a typo over here, let me fix it. This column, and this column will be having children inside it, so the children will be of a type container. This container will be having a height of value 172, and after this 172 height we will be having decoration inside this container, which takes a box decoration again. And this box decoration will be having border radius dot circular. Let me fix it quickly. So this will be having border radius with the value of border radius dot circular with the value of 18. Here it is showing me an error for the typo which I have made. Let me fix it. Adding an image inside this container, to be specific inside the decoration image, so inside this box decoration I guess, so it takes a decoration image, and this decoration image will be taking an image which I'll be adding as network image over here. So passing an image inside this network image and adding a fit to be box fit dot fill, so that it fills all of the available space. Now let me copy the URL for the image. It goes inside here, saving it. So you can see over here that the image is being displayed inside the promo today. Now let's add another widget which will be present after this sized box is ending. So after this sized box I'll be adding a padding again. It will be taking a padding of value edge insets dot all with the value of 10. 10 it needs to be, and then it will be taking a child of type column, and this column will be having multiple children inside it, the first one being a stack, and this stack takes children. So what stack is, you must have learnt about stack in data structure and algorithm. So in stack we place one item and then other item is appearing over it. So similar things happen in Flutter as well. So if you are adding one widget inside the stack, so it will be appearing on the bottommost position, and then if you are adding another widget to that stack, then that widget will be appearing over that widget which you have already placed. So inside this stack I'll be adding a container with the height of 94. It will be having a width of double dot infinity. And after this, adding some decoration to this as well. And this decoration will be taking the color as red, border radius as border radius dot circular. So colors dot red, border radius equals to border radius dot circular with the value of 18, and adding an image again. So image will be of a type, image will be having decoration image, which takes an image of type network image we are passing, and it also takes a fit. So box fit dot fill, it needs to be fit, and adding an image over here. So let me pull an URL for the image from Shutterstock. So here you can see that the image is being displayed of a scenery which I have pulled from Shutterstock. Now after this container which we have added inside the stack, let's add another widget which will be appearing over this image. So adding some commas over here and starting with the other widget. So it will be of a kind column, and this will be having children, and this children will be having a sized box as its first children. So sized box of height of 60 and width of 30 will be appearing over here, adding commas again. Next, adding another children to this column. So it will be having a padding of value edge insets dot only from left. So padding, it needs to be edge insets dot only, and the left value with 20. So the child for this padding will be a text, and this text will be saying best design. And adding some styles to this text. So style will be having text style again with the color of colors dot white, and font weight as font weight dot w 600. So here edge insets is having a typo, so edge color and font weight. Saving it so that the changes could take place inside the app. So you can see over here that the changes which I have added have taken place inside the app. So it is displaying the best design over here. It is displaying this list view which we have added in here. So you can see that the list view dot builder which we have added in here, it is displaying the search bar which we have added saying search you are looking for. It is also displaying the app names which is find yours inspiration, and it is also displaying a drawer which is functional like opening and closing over here. One more thing which we can do is inside this list view, as we have taken the height to 190, we can increase it to 220 or according to the height of the screen so that it does not overflows. So we can increase it, and accordingly the items which are present inside the list view will be changing its size. So these items will be increasing also on the increment of the size of this height as well. The only thing which we need to do is we need to change the height of this, so making it as 200. So you can see that the height of these images are also changing. So let me increase it to 220. Yeah, so now you can see that the images are also displaying. So here I have added an image from a dialog box which was appearing, and I have pulled this image from Google, but you can add your image according to yourself, like of a scenery or of something related to the app which you are creating. And in the bottom here you can see that I have added a scenery which is having a best design displayed over it on the stack. So this was for the this particular part of the video. So for this UI we have developed this. You can also like pull off the UIs from Dibble, as I have told you in the previous videos. So you can pull out UIs from there and you can practice your UIs so that you can also become an expert in the UI development with Flutter. So this was all for this particular part of this video. So if you have got to learn something new, then make sure to drop a like, comment down what you have got to learn new. Also share this video with the people in your community, or in where the people are talking about Flutter, or with your friends who want to learn Flutter. Subscribe to the channel to get updated with the latest videos which will be posted. So a new video related to this Flutter development course is posted every alternate day, so make sure to subscribe as well. Also don't forget to check out Newton School and Launchpad. So they are doing amazing work, so make sure to check them out through the link given in the description. And thank you for watching this video. In the upcoming videos we'll be making some other projects as well, so also make sure to check those out as well. And once again, thank you for watching this.